Okay, let's do this checkup now. By the looks of it, all of the building materials are here. Believe it or not, there's no dimensional storage is so great. How about this guy? Got some food? Yep. Looks about good. The fridge. It's important. I'm glad that came in. What's this one? Did I hear something in there? Okay. Hey, maybe we should open it up. Hello everyone out there and welcome back to a mod showcase. Today we are reviewing the Siren mod. Yes, my delivery is here. We're gonna get a good siren for this land so we can start building factories and an early system would be nice. And this is the Orva's Alarm and Sirens mod by Orva and Yo-Yo Gaming TM. And this is a mod that adds a bunch of noise blocks into a game. Not just any, a lot of them. Basically what they do is you place them down, give them a redstone signal, and they produce a noise, particularly a siren or alarm. And there are two types. We got these set alarms that you could just place down and give a redstone signal, and we have the siren base, which we have to configure ourselves. Now this mod is still in work in progress. There's still many updates to come, but for now it is a really cool mod, and yeah. So to start off with, we got a bunch of, don't get generous, we don't want to grab everything. We're going to grab a redstone torch and we're going to review all of them and all the sounds. And we're going to save the base for the tower. Wahaha. It's just a siren tower. I just designed it quickly, so if people say it looks bad, because I made it so quickly. Let's test it on the mystical grounds. So how we're going to test these is we're going to place down the block and then we're going to give a redstone signal. With a redstone signal, it will activate because it's acting like a note block. So right now the alarm is working because it's ringing. Either someone's dinner or there's a fire. Steak. I'm having steak. Okay, you can stop now. I finished my steak. Thank you. It was a good steak. You heard nothing. And to craft it? Well, apparently you can't. I don't know why. The rest of these are craftable, so I guess we'll find out at the end. Next up, we got the structure fire alarm. Very ear-piercing. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Nice sounding alarm, and only costs 1 yellow wool and a red wool and a alarm structure, which you would have seen in the chest. To make that, it's just a note block with 4 iron nuggets. Next up, we got Apollo 3. Yeah. It's a cool sounding synth there. Just someone just going on a keyboard. I don't know why I gesture with my hand, you can't see it. To make Apollo 3, you need wool and alarm structure. So, not too bad, overly cheap. Next up we got alarm. Ooh, that's the classic right there. If anyone doesn't know, that's the soundtrack. Well, not soundtrack. If anyone doesn't know, this is the alarm out of Star Trek. Nice. And to craft it, it is only 2 redstone and an alarm structure, so relatively cheap. I think a lot of these alarms are relatively cheap. Next up, we got the prison alarm. Oh, God. It is very loud. Very ear-piercing. Okay, I'm going to stop that. So a very loud alarm, and to make it is only orange wool. So if you've got a sheep farm, these alarms will come in very good. It will be very easy. This one is the SCP alarm. Now, I'm not big into SCP stuff, so you're gonna have to let me know if that actually is the SCP alarm. Which I believe it is, actually. I don't know. If you're a fan, then go right ahead. I reckon that's a good alarm if you want to rebuild an SCP foundation or SCP building. One of those. To make it, it is only purple wool and alarm structure, of course. Next up, we got the SCP Major. Ooh, same but creepier. And by the way, these alarms are very directional. So no matter how far I am, we'll hear the alarm from the origin, which is pretty neat. And they go from really far. We'll test it later with the tower. To make that, it is blue, purple, and the original SCP alarm. So making this the most expensive one so far. Next up, we got Meltdown. Ooh. Now this is something I want to use for a build. It would be nice to use. Very nice sounding alarm, and to make it is only red, orange, and alarm structure, making it quite cheap for the sound. And we finally got the next things. Let's have a look. Next up, we got the EAS alarm. What does it sound like? There we go. It took a bit to like kick in. So yeah, that's the interruption sound or the siren head sound, whatever you want to use. I don't know why it took so long to warm up. Hopefully that stops. Yeah, that would not stop. So a very good sound effect, and only costs grey wool. So if you want to have that sound effect in your world, go right ahead. Next up, we got the Industrial Fire Alarm. This is an upgrade version of the last fire alarm. Now we'll go wait for it again. Bang, 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 bang. Hey! Caught myself a raw cod. I think that alarm is broken. So yes, in my testings, some of these alarms don't actually work, or I just ran out of patience, because I remembered, because I was like going to myself, what does this sound like again? I don't remember, but I think this is one of the alarms that took so long that I just ran out of patience. This one, however, just seems to be broken, so unless it's so high pitched that we can't even hear it. Either or. So if you want yourself a broken alarm, don't type R in there, type R in there. It's a flint and steel, white wool, and alarm structure. Next up, we got Apollo 1. Maybe we should... Ooh, that sounds nice. Damn, very nice. And to make that nicest, it's just blue wool and alarm structure. And lastly, we got Apollo 2. Okay, this just sounds like a soundtrack to a game, like the starting music. This is how Undertale starts. Very nice, bit cheerful for my liking, and it's just green wool and alarm structure. And that determines all of the like static alarms, I'm just gonna call it. And the cool thing is, you can combine these. So let's say there's an SCP meltdown. Put them together. Okay, that's probably a bad example. Let's do alarm bell and prison. That's not a good combination either. Maybe structure, fire, and prison. Yeah, they can combine pretty well. Not too bad. Noisy bunch, aren't they? My point is you can combine these, it's just that the timing is a bit weird and sometimes they don't suit each other. But that is all the alarms, but we're not going to use those. We're going to use this guy, except we're not finished yet. I just put dirt in there. Great, love it. We got one more alarm to look at before the siren base, and this is the smoke detector, and thankfully I've got a campfire. This can attach to any roof. Wow, literally any roof. Oh, damn it. Please, do not chop my tree down. And if we put it over fire, maybe it has to be actual fire. I don't know if the campfire works. Oh, I literally just searched fire. I meant flint and steel. Is it gonna work? Doesn't count as fire. Weird. But if I get a flint and steel and then put the smoke alarm over it, it'll work. See? No fire. Fire. No fire. Fire. No fire. Fire. No fire. Fire. Alright, I think that's enough. That's the smoke alarm. Really good addition to your houses to make sure they don't burn down. And last up, we got this siren base. And let's actually attach it up there. This is going to be the siren tower. It is very advanced. Okay, I had to put a lot of redstone to get up here, and this was the build height. That railing just failed to be a railing. Seriously? Oh wow, you can jump over it really easy. There we are. Right, so we need to put it right here. Perfect. And if we right click on it, well firstly, what happens if we give a redstone signal now? This is the lever to turn it on right now. Nothing happens because we haven't actually configured it yet. So we actually need a fork, a tuning fork to actually access it, because if we right click it now, notice your siren needs a tuning fork for this. Okay, cool. I've got a tuning fork and this is our selection. So let's shut that off. We can choose raid and it switches the block into the designated like skin. If we turn it on now, did I? Nope, there we go. So that's quite fitting at the moment considering it's turning night time. Speaking of, I need to get rid of that. So the difference is with this block is that the blocks we were doing were classed as alarms, like something gone wrong and you need to check it out kind of thing, or get out of the way. These are sirens, they're for bigger reasons, like if there's a tornado, a hurricane, an apocalypse, the sun killing the planet, whatever, we need one of these. This is raid. So you can put this in your village to make it, I don't know, annoy the villagers. Everyone likes to do that. And the cool thing about the siren base is there's 3 more. And by the looks of the UI, it appears that there's going to be more. So let's go for klaxon. Is that how it's pronounced? What's a klaxon? Oh, prison. Gotcha. Not too bad. We got nuclear, my personal favorite. My personal favorite. My personal favorite. Hang on, let me get in here. Let me get in here. Okay, there we go. This is a literal siren, an air siren. Very cool, huh? Let's turn that off. It'd probably take forever to get back. And the last one we have... There we go. And the last one we have is war. What kind of war? This kind of war. Again, another air siren. But this one seems a bit weaker. But more haunting. If I heard... God, this one's actually more scary than the last one. Alright, let's turn it off. Let's go back to nuclear, because that's what I actually want it to be. And we're going to test how far we need to be before we don't hear it. So how we're going to test it is we're going to get this out. And we're going to go this way. Is it this way? Yes. So we're at 2,767. So let's just go 767. And we are going this way because I'm a pain like that. And I like minuses. No, I don't. It's just that there's more land that way. So let's turn it on. And remember, 767. Let's go until we can't hear it. I could still hear it. And it is very directional. Oh, can't hear it anymore. That's not good. There we go. So it seems like... hang on. Oh, gotcha. Let's say about there. You know something's going up, but you're fine because you're out of radius. Now we're at Now we're at 451. Well, we're at 767. So what, about 200 blocks? not too bad for a siren, considering that this entire land would be notified. There we go. And is directional. So if I go over here, we can tell where that alarm is. Man, up here, that looks fat. Oh my god, what's going on? What is going on? Are we gonna die? What the hell? Alright, shush. You might be asking... I said shush. For what, Bill? You might be asking what the rest of this is. Firstly, this is covering redstone. So, let's turn this on. So this deactivates the alarm. No matter what, there'll be no input going in the alarm. We can activate this and open the door and see the redstone torch. For what reason? I don't know. I turn that off. And all this redstone in the middle is actually for a purpose. We go under here and we can have some kind of sensor down here so we can activate it. Pretty neat, huh? Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. This is the Alarms mod, and I do recommend it. If you ever want to go into a survival series that is modded, I highly recommend grabbing this, especially when you do machinery. Any form of sensors can work with this mod, and I think it's wonderful. The links are in description if you want to have a look yourselves, which again, I recommend greatly. And I hope to see this again in the future. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one after I'm dead. Goodbye.